What is up? What is up? Once again, welcome one and all, ladies and gentlemen, to the All Circles Media podcast. It is once again your host with the most, Tai the Icon, and as always, to the right of me is the incomparable Adam Robb, DJ Arthritis.
Ouch.
You heard? DJ Jizzle.
That's my stage name.
Shout out Glenn Mint here. Welcome you guys to the All Circles Media podcast. It's another episode with two boys here who are actually doing some great things in the music industry, the entertainment world. Would you guys please give me a warm round of applause for 3G Internet?
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. So some of you might already know my boy not that guy. But some of you guys might already know Toozle right across from me.
Yeah.
You guys want to actually introduce yourself as a band and just start from here over?
Well, I'm good old Andrew.
I'm Two-Side or Toozy, whatever you want to call it.
Is that what you go on stage, Andrew?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was gonna
like
try
it.
to do something. I was like,
I like
think
it.
I'm just gonna do.
Yeah,
Andrew.
just stick with what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are 3G
Internet.
We planned that.
Trademark.
Yeah, it's
Nailed
TM.
Bet. So I, as a person who has heard your first album, right? This is the first album, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Is available on Spotify, correct?
Yep.
Is available on other platforms,
Oh,
all platforms.
I hope
DSPs.
so.
Yep.
All right, bet. A couple of people I tried to suggest it to you earlier said they couldn't find it, and I was like, maybe you're
no.
typing it in wrong. It's 3G.
You remember?
Internet.
You guys remember 3G, right?
Right,
Yeah.
It's the
3G,
internet.
but then put the word internet afterwards. So, can you guys actually just give me the rundown on why, not only the title 3G, like what is 3G, why is 3G, what made you guys want to do this? Just give me a little bit of background info about the band itself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it all goes back to like childhood.
All right.
Whenever we met.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Many
10.
years, yeah.
11.
Damn, that's
Maybe even 12.
Yeah.
a couple
honestly.
decades.
Cause cause our families like grew up together.
Mhm.
And
that's
so
cool.
like it was kind of like the whole, like my mom's in the same small group as his mom kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
then it's like start from early, then we're like playing with each other's toys, and then we're like, learning about all types of things from
Very Christian.
yeah.
Like
Yep.
very Christian.
Very Christian.
Yeah.
Similar upbringing myself, came from New Philadelphia, Ohio, so it's kind of like, it was very, very rural. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like there was a lot of
Rural.
corn,
Rural.
Yeah. A lot of corn.
a lot of cowboy boots in every season, no matter
Yeah.
what it was. A lot of camo also. Like people were just wearing that shit, but
Yeah,
very
you
visible.
That's
still.
why small towns look small, because everybody's wearing camo.
I think so. You know what I'm saying? You can't see half of them. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
That's my theory.
Yeah, I get it.
That's actually, I'm gonna write that down for a joke. Everything's a bit now that I'm on the road of comedian.
My guy got bit by the comedian bug now. Every time we say
I'm like, write that down. It's like SpongeBob. Write that down.
Yeah, my theory was always just that people didn't want to live there. That's what it stayed
Oh, that's for
small.
sure. That's for sure. Well, explain to me what high school was like for you guys in a small town. How'd that go?
Everybody knows everyone else.
Mhm.
As far as like just business or just like just everybody's actually just.
Well, yeah, business too. But like my high school was 300 people total, including the middle school.
That's
Okay.
wild.
So 7th
Yeah.
through 12th, 300 people.
In the
most,
building.
Yeah, most of us grew up together, so we've known each other our whole lives. Everybody knows what's going on,
So were you guys musically inclined even back then, like even during all that?
Trying to be, yeah. I used to bring my guitar with me to school, like every day, so I was that guy.
I actually that's like my favorite guy in school for real.
Oh, cool.
That's honestly my favorite guy.
awesome.
Were you,
Because, like, well,
were you more of like the guy playing like worship songs with the guitar, or were you the one doing the Midwest emo like?
I was like constant Ed Sheeran.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
all
Yeah.
right, that's fair. Now, was your school nice about it to where like if you did bring it, they might let you play it like during some downtime in class, or would you have to
Yeah.
delegate it to?
Yeah, my the choir teacher was like a real G. So like anytime I needed like a pass out of a class, it was there, and then I would just go
That's
there,
dope.
and even if he wasn't there,
That's pretty
so I
dope,
could just
actually.
go into
Dude,
the room.
my hack in high school was being part of the newspaper, because you got a pass to go anywhere. Like you just say you're working on a story.
Mine was having an IEP.
Is what?
Mine was having an IEP. I pretended not to read cursive, and they're just like, okay, just use your notes on your test. Hey, graduated with a C average anyway.
Hey. You know what?
Yeah,
That deserves
give
some
it to him.
applause.
Thank you. You know, it was Maslin. It was an education. It was all right. But so as far as you guys, when did you both? Let's start with Andrew over here. When did you start your musical journey? What age were you? What got you into it? Like what made you want to?
Well, like 5th grade.
All right.
My friend played the trumpet, and I was
Me
like,
too, dude.
Did you guys have a band
play
class
the
in middle
trumpet.
school? And you guys had
And I was like, this is gonna. And then I practiced for the first time, and my band teacher was like, that was really good. And I was like, I'm gonna try to impress people for the rest of my life.
that was it.
Nice.
It was like that right then. I knew.
I played trumpet because there was too many drummers, and that was and I had classic story in a public high school.
Bro, I threw a fit. It was a similar situation for me. I threw a fit. I was like, I even like. Here's the thing. I did not have the respect for the instruments. Like, I didn't either. I was a little dickhead. I remember we were in class and they were trying to get me to go brass. They're just like, yo, just do the wind instrument. I'm like, no. I want to beat on stuff. I don't want to have to pay for a stupid instrument that you have to put your mouth
once
on.
you go brass, you can't go
And
back.
he got listen, my music teacher got understandably upset. He's just like, none of my instruments are stupid. You better leave this class right now. I was like, I'll be back from Pellegrinos with my drum kit.
Pellegrinos.
Dude, what a
That's what it's at.
Shout out Pellegrinos though. Great story.
yeah. That was So my mom gave me like a cornet, not even a trumpet. This is like
What exactly is
the
a
ugly
cornet?
step cousin.
It's the key of C one. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and it was like my dad's, and it was smelly and gross and kind of rusty. And I was like,
There's like
I don't want to play this, Mom.
You like look through the mouthpiece
Yeah.
and there's like little bits inside, and you're like,
Dude, you're like, this is my dad's spit. Like,
He's like, when did you change this reed?
yeah, like, dude. And I was like, can I play at least play like a cool brass instrument, like the saxophone? My mom's like, you think we're made of money? I was like, I guess we're not.
I wanted to play the flute, and then my parents were like, "No, flute's for girls." And then I didn't
Hey,
play anything in band.
You should send them a link to the Andre 3000 album. Be like, it's not just for girls, Mom.
Like, now you listen here.
This is a rap legend right here.
Yeah.
This was on billboards, bro.
He at the same time he impressed and pissed off an entire community of enthusiasts.
That's how famous I want to be, bro.
Yeah. Which is great.
I want you guys to expect something super massive from me. And then when I produce it, it's still not only going to do well, but it's going to piss off everyone.
Yeah. Half the audience.
And then just not do anything else after that. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck off and go to college or something. Like,
Yeah.
I wanted to listen to it because I was like, this is going to be an experience. And then I was like, I don't like listening to flute music that much.
You wouldn't even
this is
sample it?
cool.
Would you sample it if you had a chance?
Maybe. I would feel like, it feels like a little bit cheating if I sample it. I think
that's what
I don't. I think that. Yeah, that's my whole
that's what he made it
thesis.
for. My theory is that has to be what he made it for because it's just like, what you gonna do with that? It's just an instrumental.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I found that it puts my son to sleep, which is amazing. That's like the best thing in the world. If I find something like that, I can just put on in the car if he's freaking out, and he just like immediately falls asleep. I'm like, thank you, Andre 3000. I appreciate you.
What, quick question before we get to Two Sides musical start. What do you guys think about his him saying that at the age of 40 he has nothing to rap about, and that's why he
I think he's 50.
Is he like 50?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the age of 50 he has nothing to rap about. What do you guys think about that statement?
I think that's kind of like sad because I'm like, bro, you have to have like so many experiences.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
There's plenty of music that doesn't involve what most, I would say, mainstream rap
Yeah,
would
that
involve
would
today.
be
Like, you know what I'm
almost-
saying? Like,
that's like almost more interesting to me. It's like I want to hear your like
Washing my
emotional
hands.
experience.
Yeah.
right, you know what I'm saying?
But, like,
Rap about your bad back. I want to.
Yeah.
Definitely
I just want to hear it.
He's definitely had some like either really good times or like really difficult times of some sort since he stopped like rapping.
Yeah.
He could talk about. I don't know. I immediately think of Danny Brown because Danny Brown's over 40 and still putting out albums and stuff. And I'm like,
See, but Danny Brown's music, like as an artist, you're allowed to evolve. So it's not like Danny Brown's still rapping about the same shit that Danny Brown was doing years ago.
exactly.
Yeah.
He's
So-
just talking about his experiences, and it's
Right.
awesome.
And I think it'd be well worth it to hear an Andre 3000 experience album. You know what I'm saying? Just you know what I'm saying? Whether it's he's rapping about the old shit or not, which is kind of just like, okay, but he wasn't really saying too much different than what everybody else from Atlanta was saying at the time.
Yeah.
Back then, he's still great. He's still good. But do y'all remember that TV show he did, Class of 3000? Whenever I think it was like a TV show on Cartoon Network for a while. It was a whole TV
I've
show.
never heard of this.
Yeah,
That sounds dope.
Google it. It's called Class of 3000. It was a show produced and made by Andre 3000. Some of the greatest music I ever heard on a TV show during, I think it was like the early 2000s. It was on Cartoon Network. And that's whenever you can probably hear the transition, because all of it was done by like school bands and shit. Like all the movie, all the music in the show was done in Andre 3000 style, but was orchestrated by like children. And it was like, it was awesome. It was so sick.
That's actually kind of
Oh, yeah. So if you get a chance, check it out. Class of 3000.
Andre's has been like helping out these babies
Straight up.
for
And it's lyrics, but it's also more of what you hear in New Blue Sun and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he was going to transition to this like way sooner, and he's playing most of, if not all, those instruments that are there too. And the characters are great. It's a great story.
One of my favorite things is just seeing like people were like talking about it because they would see him like in a random alleyway just playing on the flute.
just fluting,
Or like they found him in Japan just walking across the street. It's like, is that Andre 3000?
wearing the same overall.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love that he's in the overall phase.
He's
I
even
feel like
dressing like a kid. It's like adult Oshkosh.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
Don't
I
you
love
mess with it though.
yeah,
Like,
because he had the stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I love it.
And the beanie.
I'm with it, bro. I'm so with it. Like we weren't gonna buy it when it came out, regardless. Like he's walking around with a flute, like we're not gonna buy it.
Dude, you got the overalls on.
Yep.
You got them cool, like, you know.
Yeah, they're hanging off my body.
Like you just got out of a auto body shop,
Well,
which you probably did.
I did, yeah.
I know it. I know your life. So Tuesday, you've been on a musical journey with your own like two-side stuff. How long you guys been like collaborating as 3G Internet? Like when did this project start?
August.
Back. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, really? Dang. Only 4 months ago.
We both got booked on a show separately. And then we were like, wouldn't it be hilarious if we wrote all new music for the show that's a month away? And we're like, yeah, that would be hilarious. And we didn't tell anybody that we were doing that. And then showed up to the show and like, surprise, we're doing a set together. And it's nothing you've ever heard before. Nobody had heard it. And
how did that go?
Great.
Good.
It was like the best show, one of the best shows I've ever done. So like,
Nice.
it was awesome.
Dude, bet.
Yeah.
So all that stuff was made in a month.
Yeah. Or, I mean, some of it in a day. Some of it was wild.
So do you guys both produce on it, or is it mostly Andrew?
I think volume 1 is mostly me.
Yeah, he does most of the production and stuff, and I kind of like hover over his shoulder and walk around and play with his dog. And then every once in a while, I hear something, I'll be like, try it. That.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, flip a switch.
Yeah.
Win some gain.
Well, it's been like the first like 5-10 minutes. Like, do you actually want to play something off of 3G Internet for the people who haven't heard the collaboration?
Yeah, for sure.
So this song is one of the greatly named Wet Floor Sign. You guys ready?
Play that shit.
Very relaxing intro.
Yeah.
Something's in the air again, I swear again, I feel it swinging through the different phases, feelings fading, keep on dreaming, she ain't staying, she'll be gone, just like that dog you said you want, but not too long, you're not home, you ain't close, and he won't come, cause you don't call, you won't call, photos cause I'm lonely, you don't know how I'm feeling about you at all. Need to interrupt, I was in a rut, I don't need that much, you already had enough. How was I to be that strong, saying no to what I want, How you always in a rush, thought that I was number one, now I'm dumb. How to cope, hit your phone, say hello, how you been, I don't know what to say, we ain't close anymore.
And you tell me that you like how it feels when your life got busier. Now we don't talk that much cause your life got busier. Yeah. Won't pick up your phone and leave me alone, you said. Now we don't talk that much since you got busier.
What about them? Oh, that was anticlimactic.
Calm down, boy, I know my music is absurd. You can tell your friends that I mean every single word. Little small town with an obsession for the word of Jesus H. Christ, bike stone. I'm a boy with a 12-pack, ramping buggies off the curb. Everybody's asking
hit a mimosa?
No, we don't talk that much, 'cause your life got busier. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Won't pick up your phone and leave me alone, you said. Now we don't talk that much. Now we don't talk that much since you got busier. Since you got busier. Since you got busier. Since you got busier. Since you got busier.
Ooh, this is. I feel like this part's already famous, guys. At least to me.
For me, it is.
It's just a front. Don't look in the back. The back of my trunk is full of my snacks. It's just a front. Don't look in the back. The back of my trunk is full of my snacks. Think about it, you wake up. That's absurd. You ain't done enough. You underdone. You need to cook some more. Satisfy the best one. Stuck
You look like Goku.
Thanks, man.
under tables come to break. Don't drop it on the floor. Yeah. I feel like throwing out my lunch. Chicken and rice. She don't like me very much. Not very much. Yeah, I'm a slut. Don't tell my mom.
Don't tell her.
Don't look at my butt.
Don't look at it.
I'll tell my mom. Yeah, I'm a slut.
Big old slut.
Don't tell my mom. Don't look at my butt.
Don't look at it.
I'll tell my mom.
Now, if that didn't make you hard, I don't know what will.
Man. And we're back.
And that was freaking amazing, you guys. So
Thanks, man.
now, to get back to it, your musical journey too. So you want to tell us what age you were when that started? Was it about around the same time, 5th, 6th grade?
No, it started way earlier. My my great aunt,
That's your dad's.
Elizabeth.
It's your dad's sister. Or your dad's.
My
Grandma's sister.
my mom's grandma's sister.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Used to come and pick me up in her Chevy Cavalier, and we would listen to cassette tapes, right?
Okay.
And I heard "Stairway to Heaven" by Led Zeppelin, and my life took a turn. And from that point on, I like that's all I wanted to listen to. But all I was allowed to listen to was gospel and like old country. So then what I would do is I would take my PSP to school, and I would tell people to put every song they had on their computer on my PSP or my iPod once I got one. And I would listen to it for like 2 weeks or something, and just constantly. And then I would get in trouble because they'd find it, and then I would wipe my device.
Oh, dude.
I'd lose it for a couple weeks, get it back, next day at school, give it to somebody.
Same thing.
Put every song you have on this thing. I want to hear it. Yeah. So it
They
was
let you listen to like Christian rock.
yeah, Toby
Like
Mac.
like Skillet and shit.
Mac.
Actually,
Skillet.
honestly,
Boomin'.
listen, bro. Shout out Toby Mac and shout out what's that one?
Switchfoot?
What's that one?
Skillet?
What's that one?
Skillet was dope.
Not Flyleaf. What's that one? Fucking the Newsboys. You know what I'm saying?
Then there were those like
Listen,
Christian
bro.
adjacent
Way
bands like
more.
Anberlin,
Listen, bro. I went to
They
so
were,
many
like, at a
Newsboys
live
concerts
festival.
as a kid.
And then
Yep.
Skillet, I mean,
Reliant K.
I
Yeah,
think
was good.
growing up is realizing that Skillet is just the Christian
3 Days Grace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, cause like when you hear a Skillet song in a freaking Marvel movie, you're just like, oh no, hold up a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to, I'm watching Daredevil, listening to "Wake Me Up." Wake me up inside. Talking about God the whole freaking time. I felt so played. I was like, what?
Got him.
How dare you give me God when I want a superhero?
Right. And y'all have the audacity to rip on freaking Nickelback.
First of all, you watched the Daredevil movie, and that was your only critique.
Yeah, I actually like I remember watching those early like superhero movies because you got to think like when those first came out, like the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, like those were freaking like I remember being like in whatever it was like middle school when those first came out, and I would go to the park and get on a swing and be like, this is what it feels like to be Spider-Man.
Yep.
But then you look back, they're actually not bad, but.
For me, it was a bit of a different experience because the first time I ever saw the Spider-Man movie was on a bootleg VHS tape.
Oh, there you go.
So, like, it hadn't, like, hit theaters in my town yet. And, like, you know what I'm saying? I went to the DVD, man. So, it was just, like, I tried to tell my friends at school, like, I know what happens in the movie because I've seen it. Like, you don't have it. It's not even out on VHS tape yet. So, I brought the bootleg VHS tape to school the very next day.
Was it like a classic recording?
Someone
just took a Sony VHS tape, like, recorded, like one of those big honking things?
Yeah, I just recorded it and then, like, put it on VHS. So, I was just like, oh, shit, that's why there's people walking like in the middle of it.
That's not part of the movie.
I took it to school.
Yeah, towards the end, a lot of people start. It's really meta. A lot
Yeah.
of people start standing up in the middle of the screen.
Like, it was weird. You know, there's
It's
shadow
always,
people.
like, slightly tilted.
Yeah.
But, like, it's grainy a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, they took that for sure.
Most of the audio's clipped.
Yeah. It's just, we got like somebody sneezing in the background.
Yeah, that's why I go.
Yeah.
That's the experience now.
That's the whole experience. I never thought I'd get that experience back after COVID. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once COVID hit, I'm just like, damn, now I don't get to go be super annoyed at movie box office popcorn anymore. Like, that's crazy.
I don't get to be overstimulated for 3 hours.
Right.
And then be like, why do we see these in movie theaters?
You see those movies for those moments that you know you're never going to be able to have outside of a theater. Like, for example, like when you go to a movie theater, there's two really great things playing at the same time. So say, for example, you went to see
Barbenheimer.
Exactly, like Barbenheimer, right? So either way, no matter what you go see, they're next to each other. So I remember one time, homeboy went to go see Rocket Man, and I'm next door watching Godzilla versus King Kong. So all you can hear is just Godzilla screaming over Rocket Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're never going to be able to hear that unless you go to a movie theater.
But look, guys, we got Godzilla and King Kong right here.
Dude,
Y'all see the trailer for the new one?
yeah.
That shit's sick. That shit's sick, bro. That shit's sick as hell.
You know how in like one of the older Godzilla movies, there's a Japanese bloke in the office, and he goes, Godzilla.
Yeah.
You know, I saw the band Gojira on Spotify, and I was like, man, that sounds exactly like that guy saying Godzilla with an accent. And I was like, what does Gojira mean? I typed it in. Gojira means Godzilla. Yep. So he wasn't saying Godzilla. He was saying the actual words.
Do you think that Blue Oyster Cult got sued for that?
I don't.
Wait, what?
The Blue Oyster Cult song "Go Go Godzilla." You've never heard of it?
What?
I don't know. I have.
You've never heard of
I
"Go
only
Godzilla"
know
by Blue Oyster Cult?
I only know that.
You serious? Like oh Tokyo, go Godzilla. You've never heard of that shit?
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
That's
Don't
wild.
fear the Reaper.
I know. Don't feel it. Yeah.
No, now you
That's
have to go. Now you have to go home and listen to.
Don't stop believing. That one.
You have to go listen to it now.
Yeah.
Pause. Like I'm scared. No, but so with you growing up as Christian as you did, what were the other things that you were not allowed to listen to / do? Like, for example, I had a Christian babysitter. We couldn't watch freaking Codename Kids Next Door, Scooby Doo, Pokemon, none of that shit because it was all demons. It was all demon shit.
Dude, do you guys remember that? You guys watched Codename Kids Next Door, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the most disgusting episode where
The fucking pink eye episode?
the pink eye episode? You guys remember that?
Nope.
I remember the
Yep.
big nose thing that would swallow people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This one tops it because it like made me want to throw up every time I watched it. But I still watch that.
It's
But
What happened?
so
oh man, you really
oh man. So there's a new like a new dessert pops up in the cafeteria and
like
it's
apple crumble, like apple. You know,
yeah,
how
like
you get,
cinnamon
that
apple crumble cake.
Oh my God.
And everybody's like, this stuff's delicious.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you
right.
learn that they're like purposeful, like the lunch lady, wasn't it? It was
Pooping?
No, she was purposely giving kids pink eye
Yeah,
and
because after
taking the crust from their eyes and putting it on the dessert.
Yeah, so essentially, like the
This
kids,
is a kid's show.
so the kids were getting pink eye at an alarming rate, and they couldn't figure out why. So the one member of the Codename Kids Next Door, number 2, goes detective mode and goes like, "That's weird. These new apple crumbles taste delicious, but for some reason, kids keep getting fucking pink eye."
Of course, it was number 2 that figured out the pink eye incident.
Yeah, and then he tracks down the fucking nurse who's got the worst infection you've ever seen. Just half of her face is just pink eye. And she's like, I found out the secret to delicious cakes. It's pink eye crust. The whole
I'm getting
episode.
kind of sick just talking about it.
You brought the motherfucking
I
episode.
did.
I thought the only way you get pink eye is getting poop in your eye.
Yeah.
See, that's what
But
I'm saying.
I mean, you can
That's-
catch it from other people that have pink eye. That's why it's so contagious.
But that's what I'm saying. When you look at the episode and look at what the
So you don't
crust looks
necessarily have to have poop in your eye.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just have to be near somebody who had at one point had poop in their eye.
We've all had poop in our eye.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, we've all had poop in our eye, but I never had pink eye. So
Yeah.
You've never had pink eye?
I don't think I've ever
never
had pink eye
encountered
either.
pink poop
Never once.
before.
That's wild. I think someone farted on my pillow once, and that's how I got it.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
That's
it was
just rude right
dick
there.
move. Dick
I
move.
feel like
Real
that's
dick.
grounds for expulsion from the.
But
Extortion.
it was the early 2000s, so like a lot of us were just dickheads for absolutely
Yeah.
no reason.
That is
yeah,
true.
It's fine to fart on people.
Like we still laughed at like very very absurd things in the early 2000s. So like that to me for some reason didn't register as something that someone deserved an ass whooping for. It was just like, oh dude, really you got it.
Oh, dude.
It was like,
You got me. Oh
It
man.
was like, dude, I thought we agreed no chemical warfare. Fuck.
Oh, man. The best was when you would fart into a blanket,
Yeah,
like
know
a
what I'm saying?
fleece or something,
Yeah.
and then just immediately once it's done, you just go
Yep.
Throw it
on
over them.
someone's
I remember back in the day,
The
we
static,
hit 'em with
static
the old cup of
electricity
fart.
keeps it on them, you know,
Hit him with the old cup of fart.
trapped for a good 20 seconds.
God, we were disgusting as kids.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
We were fucking gross.
Trying to think of like a really.
I remember
gross
people
thing
just
that I
ripping
did.
ass in class and me laughing for absolutely no reason. It wasn't even funny. It's just embarrassing for them.
Yeah, I had a
loved it.
I had one of those like stupid fart machines, and I would bring it to school
yeah.
and just.
Worst thing I ever did that was fart related didn't even involve me actually farting. Y'all know the Ren Fair, right? You know, or like the regular fair. You get those little bags that if you pop it, you know, it creates a fart noise, and then it also stinks up the whole room, right?
Oh,
I got
what?
two of them bitches. Like these little bags, right? It's like fart noise spray or whatever the fuck, but it makes the room smell like ass, right? So you press a little button, it inflates, right? And then you got to toss it real quick so that way it doesn't burst on you. So there's this math teacher I hated in Philadelphia high school. And I'm just like, dude, I don't know why I'm telling people about this. Because had I told no one about it, I'd have got away with it. But I thought it was so clever and like it was so good. I was like, damn, I got to tell a couple of my
You're like,
friends.
someone's got to know.
Yeah, someone's got to know. So I bragged about it for like the first half hour of school. And then, she was my first period. I remember popping it, tossing it under the desk, and it's dipping, right? It took about like 5 to 10 seconds to like pop. But what I did not realize is that using 2 was too much because because the whole second floor of the high
gas.
school
Oh
building
my god!
gassed the fuck out. Gassed the fuck out. It was bad. It was real bad. And I was on probation at the time. So it was just
So it was double
so
bad.
my probation officer shows up like, what did you do?
Ty, you farting in here?
I was like, man.
You're on probation.
Worst part was
Just say I ate a lot of beans.
Worst part was, bro, it was so bad that the couple classrooms had to evacuate. This
Oh
chick
my
was this
gosh.
chick was so spiteful that the next class who was there, they knew it was me and they knew that we had beef, so they laughed about it. They're like, "Ha ha, he got your ass." She made the second class sit in it. She made them sit in it.
I feel like that's just torture.
That's what I said. And like no one said nothing about it either.
That's like
The
capital
principal was
punishment.
mad at me. I'm in the office with the principal, the police, my probation officer, and a couple other people. And these kids are being tortured down the hallway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't gonna do that.
There's an actual villain
Yeah.
practicing
That's
evil.
why I did it. Like, look
You're
at
like,
it.
go and get them.
Yeah.
No.
Dang, man.
Childhood, I tell you what.
High school.
You know what I mean?
Great times.
Classic.
The things that used to entertain me back then just was
We
still,
used to break like the tops off of like a desk and snowboard down this little hill with it
Dang.
with the desk.
just straight up vandalism, you know?
Yeah, just straight up. Just like my one friend Keenan would we were like, "What are you doing back there?" And he's like, "I'm about to go sled this hill, bro." And I'm like, "What?"
Like, dude,
You just be out there in a t-shirt and you're like, "What are you on, dude?" Like it was like Adderall,
Yeah, bro.
Percocets. I don't know. Back before they were cool.
A real hipster.
Before they were
Time.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question
Anyways, so
Following that.
influences.
would have to be musical influences for the both of you.
Oh.
Bjork.
Ooh, dude, I went on a Bjork binge like 2 weeks ago.
A Bjork band?
She seems.
You ever heard that song "So Broken" with the guys
Couldn't
doing the
tell you.
flamenco guitar? Like, you You got it's
I'll
great.
check it out.
I feel
She
like I
just
already
seems
listened to it.
she seems like she's a fairy.
Yeah,
Probably.
Like
or
not
hyper
even
ballad.
human.
That's a dope.
I felt the same way
impressive.
about Fleetwood Mac, but it's just like she was just on cocaine, so it's a little different. Like,
I just
Fleetwood
found.
Mac.
I recently found out that Fleetwood Mac was not just one guy.
yeah, it's like a chick and like a couple other people.
Yeah,
Stevie
it was
Nicks.
tough.
Yeah, Stevie. That's her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks.
Ash Nico,
Ash
Okay.
Nico, definitely, yeah.
for sure.
I can hear it. I told him Death Grips. I get a little
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
Death Grips from that.
That's low key like
I was
one of
like,
the best
yeah.
compliments I've ever gotten.
And like some
was
clipping.
A little
Yeah.
Peggy in there for
Yeah, yeah. I'm big into Peggy.
Yeah. I'm big into. I think this is why I'm big into like break-ins and underscores.
Okay.
Big in the hyperpop scene right now. So it's been my wave recently.
The Friday remix by Rebecca Black.
Dude, the Planet Earth documentary soundtrack.
Yeah.
I literally just got into subtronics, so like I've been listening to like a lot of noise.
Yeah, you like sneaked into the show.
Yeah, I did do that. I did do that. That experience was what made me a fan. I was
Yeah.
pissing people off whenever I did that because imagine like being such a fan of something that you spent so much money to get tickets. You're in the pit and there's this guy next to you. Like,
He's like,
you're
this guy's pretty good.
You're at a JPEG Mafia show and this dude's next to you, just going like, "Bro, I've never heard of this guy. He's fucking
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
awesome,
Wouldn't
bro.
that make you fucking mad? Imagine that.
Be
but
like,
it's just
no, that's why I'm
it's
here.
It's just a black dude tripping dick just next to you talking about like, bro, this guy. I'll tell you what.
Hey, this guy slaps.
Like, who's this? They're like, how'd you get in here?
Dude, art like what?
I'm like, God damn, that's fun.
It's like the crowd dance.
Dude, there's nothing more fun than a rave
Dude, really
that like you're just there as a casual.
straight though. I'm not even
Server.
supposed to be.
You have like no skin in the game or whatsoever. You're
No, people
like,
just giving me drugs and like glasses
Yeah.
that changed
Dude,
my vision. I'm like,
dude, there
yeah,
was-
this is so fun. Like,
There was one time when I lived out in California, they had the X Games going on, and I was like,
Nice.
this could be
White
sweet.
face blowing a kiss. Sunflower.
Whoa.
white face blowing a candle.
Wife, face blowing a kiss, sunflower. Trying to call me,
Oh,
but
I thought it was a poem at
it's a
first.
podcast.
Dang.
We got
Take
stuff
it.
going.
we'll cut that one.
I don't
Take
know
it
if
right
we-
now.
Well, it's gonna.
Take the call.
Hello. Hello.
Are you
You're on.
busy?
You're on the podcast.
Hey,
Oh,
Betsy.
you didn't have to answer.
Hey, Betsy.
It's all right. It was connected to the roadcaster.
Thanks for
so
calling in. We got our first caller today.
Calling into All Circles Media Radio.
Yeah. Are
Betsy,
there
please.
are there any problems that you need us to solve, like give advice on?
No. Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize that the podcast would still be going at 9:30.
yeah.
But that's
Oh.
okay.
I don't know, you're fine, but you are our third caller, which means that you just won tickets to a JPEG Mafia show featuring 3G internet.
Nice.
Yeah, let's manifest that.
Yeah. So you got to pick your tickets up within 48 hours, or they're
Or they expired.
forfeited to another caller.
Just bring them home to me.
Okay. They're not actually
All
not
right, I'll
real
talk to
tickets.
you later.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
You're sleeping in the car tonight.
Look what you did, bro.
So I gotta agree to this.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that fit the vibe.
Oh, man. But, anyways, yeah, some musical influences.
Who would be like your guys' like? Who would you want to share a stage with?
We're like open
JPEG
for.
JPEG
We
Mafia,
talk about this often.
Yeah, actually,
Wu-Tang Clan.
But I'm talking like top. If you had to make a choice, who would it be?
dude. If
Wu-Tang would
like
be awesome, though.
for me personally, if Scaring the Hose did a Volume 2 tour,
Oh, that'd be sick.
that would be.
Imagine getting to
just
smoke with Danny
amazing.
Brown. That should be fun.
100
He's sober now.
Oh, darn it.
Peggy's still smoking and drinking though.
All
So.
right, that's fair. Damn it, missed it.
100 gex.
Oh yeah,
Would
that'd be great.
So good.
You think you guys be able to maintain? You guys hold together? Or would you be a little starstruck?
Oh, I think it would be very difficult, but like I think I'd be able to hold it together because I have like gotten starstruck before to like because I went and saw a band that I started listening to in like 6th grade and I still listen to this day because they're still active. It's the Devil Wears Prada.
Oh.
Yeah. And I went to one of their shows. It was like a secret show at a really small place before their tour started. And afterwards, I was like hanging out by the stage while they were wrapping up their gear and stuff. And this girl asked the like clean vocal singer if she could get a pic. And I was like, oh, she's going to get a picture with him. Cool. Maybe I can do that. And he was like, turned around and walked over to his gear stuff and then was walking back. And like me and the girl were standing right beside each other. And he like did this. And I don't know why, but I stuck my hand out. He looked at me and did one of, and then went and handed her a guitar pick. And then he looked at me again and then turned around and went back to putting his gear away. And my soul just like withered up. No. And I was like, never again will I embarrass myself to a hero.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, that's like whenever you do something and your dad is like,
I didn't raise you to sleep.
yeah.
That happens to me a lot, so it doesn't.
Yeah. You ever see that video where this guy's getting his like teeth worked on and the dentist is about to inject like the numbing agent and he's like doing this because he wants the nurse to like hand him the syringe and he just keeps trying to do this. And he's like, get your hand out of the way.
I try to think of when have I ever been like starstruck that did something embarrassing? Probably I went to a Comic-Con and I didn't even know I was this big a fan of the show. But Aqua Teen Hunger Force, it's funny as shit, very obscure. Not a lot of people watch it. But it's a great show. But I was at a con and I met the voice of the box of fries, Frylock. Right? I met Carrie Means, and I was just it was crazy because I was in an elevator and he was there just to sign autographs and stuff. We're in the same elevator, and I forgot what the hell we were talking about. I think we were talking about One Piece or something like that, like pirates. And this old black dude standing next to me goes like, my wife's a pirate. And I'm like, huh? And I was like, I'm just not fucking paying attention whatsoever. I'm like, what? He goes like, yeah, my wife stole a ship in the name of piracy. And I'm just like, haha, that's funny, right? And then I remember there's a guy who I bought something off earlier who was standing next to that dude, also in the elevator. And he goes like, yeah, dude. He's like, that's crazy. His wife actually is a pirate. And I'm like, well, that's hilarious. And she's like, it's crazy that she's never been on his show though. And I'm like, oh, what show is that? And he's just like, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And I'm like, huh? And he goes like, yeah. He's like, it's Carrie Means. I'm like, who the fuck is Carrie Means? And he's just like, he's like, that's Frylock. And then I look at his T-shirt. He's wearing an Aqua Teen Hunger Force T-shirt with his face on it.
With his face on it.
And every character he's ever played. And then I look at it and I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like the voices start playing in my head and shit. And I did the super embarrassing stuff. I'm like, bro, just say something. Give me a voice real quick. Like, you know, like you walk up to a musician like, you know, play a song.
Like, tell me a joke.
Yeah, tell me a joke. You know what I'm saying? I literally just lost my shit and did that. I'm like, oh my God, I've been watching this since I was a kid. I was like, bro, it was crazy. It got so to the point where he was just like, all right, yeah, do you want an autograph or something? I'm like, no, I didn't give me your Facebook. I'm going to brag about this forever.
Let's be Facebook friends.
Oh, straight up.
Do you want an autograph? Can I get your phone number?
It's like, no, they give me your social. Oh, it was bad. It was so bad because it was just like, first that I embarrassed myself by not knowing who the fuck it was because I've never put a name to the face. And then he finally did it and I could hear it. I'm just like, oh shit. Like,
yeah.
And you like grow up thinking, if I randomly bumped into Kendrick Lamar, I would say this.
Yeah,
some shit like that. But it's like you never expect to meet one of your favorite voice actors that you didn't even know was your fucking favorite voice actor.
That's the thing about voice actors. Sometimes you don't know what they look like.
That's the kind of famous I want to be. I want that kind of anonymity, bro. Like just know me for that one thing. But every time you see me, like that doesn't. I don't get the celebrity shock factor. Because them niggas get to shop. You know what I'm saying? They get to shop.
I would go through like drive-thrus and do the voice, and then see if they recognize. But then not acknowledge it like at all.
That'd be funny as shit.
Have you seen the videos where people do that, but they don't? Like, it's like they don't get it.
Oh.
And they like keep doing the voice and they're like, right? And they're like, that'll be $5.
Because I've never seen the show. Like, that would be so weird. That would crush me. Now that's
I used to do. Me and my friend Jesse used to do voices working at Starbucks, and we would just mess with people.
Oh, you were one of those guys.
Yeah, just like we're like, we got to make this day fun somehow.
Yeah,
I would try to do little stuff like that, working in like retail or like, you know what I'm saying, fast food or something. Like be at the desk, someone comes up, check out. I was like, right, cool, that'll be 5 cents and you know what I'm saying, and then still do it. Like they just hit the dab real quick for absolutely no reason. It's because I was bored.
I only worked one like customer service job, and that was front desk at a hotel, and definitely not a good job for me to have. But I would go in and just be like playing Smash Bros on my Switch the whole time, But if people would come up to me, I would like have a customer service, like, hey, we got this and that. And then as soon as they were rude to me, I would just drop it completely. Like one lady was just being a huge dick. And I'm like, listen, I'm not the one that came 3 hours somewhere without a confirmation. This is not I like dropped everything and I looked at her and I was like, listen, I'm the only person in the world that can help you right now. So you can either remember I'm a human and be nice to me, or I'll go in my manager's office and lock the door and you can just sit in the lobby and I will not help you. And she like, oh, well, okay. I'm like, all right. And then I put the smile back on. I was like, now let's figure this out.
Bro,
Let's work together.
I have always wanted to do that thing where somebody walks up and like, let me speak to your manager. You just dip down real quick, pop back up, and like, hey, so I don't know why, because it's a dick thing to do, but I've always wanted.
Well, I had to do stuff like that because I was the only one working at the hotel at the time. Like
at the front desk?
At the whole hotel, like, because I would do the evenings.
So you making beds and shit also? Like,
no, that would all happen in the daytime, but then at night they were like, we only need one person here. It's very chill, and it was never chill at all.
So you had to run people like plungers and shit and like a whole bunch of other stuff, like towels.
I plunged one toilet, and I was just like, I'm not.
This ain't it.
Because like they asked for a plunger, and I'm like, I can do that. I brought it to him, and the dude like cracked the door open, and I was like, here you go. And he like
was that guy naked?
Just did one of these. Just opened it wider and then stepped back a little bit, and I was like, oh, no. Are you serious?
You're in a vulnerable spot in that scenario.
Oh, for sure, dude, because you got to walk in now.
Some people invite you to their room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they have to watch you. Like, do you not react? You have to go in and be like,
God!
I would.
What did you do to this thing, man?
What did you eat?
I remember there's one time I was working at Cedar Point and I was in the hotel. Like I was one of the housemen. I actually had to go and like take the sheets, the towels, all that stuff. I had to go get all the dirty ones. I remember getting a call to go upstairs to the third floor to go do it. And I get out to the door. And there's like rose petals, the fake ones, like leading up to the door I'm going to. So I'm just like, all right, cool. They're probably just finished whatever the fuck. They got to get rid of the towels. So I got this big ass like container with me that I'm pushing to put the said towels in so I can take them all down to dirty laundry. They open up the door and it's just like, hey, you here for the towels, right? And I was like, yeah. And I'm just looking like a regular dude dressed in just like a fucking black and blue t-shirt and, still all scruffy and shit, not even like trying to impress or nothing. They're just like, hey, so wife's never been with a black guy before. So it's just like, I mean, do you have time? I'm like, nigga, what? Like,
Checks watch.
No, I mean, I did, but I was just like, now wait a second. I was like, now wait a minute.
Wait, you did?
Oh yeah, I did. I was just like, now, honestly, dude, I can't. And he's just like, oh. And then now imagine just like, imagine he just recedes into the room. It's so dark, I still can't see shit. I ain't seen nobody naked or nothing. But he just recedes into the room, and there's petals leading into the room and shit. And then just a big ass wet towel just comes flying at me. I'm talking like at me to the point where I would have had to catch it. But when I moved, all you hear is a on the side of the fucking thing. Dude. And of course it was probably water, so they might have spilled some shit. But it's just like, I didn't want to know why it was that wet.
No.
So like I just went like, and just left.
Dude, working at a hotel by Cedar Point.
Oh my God, it was bad.
Oh my God.
It was bad.
Working at a hotel and working at Cedar Point.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Are both bad.
Dude, there was one time, so my brother was, he worked at this, was it Splash
Zone? Cedar Point,
Splash Mountain?
Splash Mountain. I was like, is that what it's called? Yeah. But he worked there.
Was he a lifeguard?
Yeah, he was a lifeguard. Dude, his hair literally turned like your color. Like he had brown hair, and it like he was out in the sun that long that the sun literally
bleached the shit out of him.
Bleached his hair.
I got two shades darker working there. It was weird.
Dang.
Like if you'd have thrown salt on my face, outer space.
But there was the first time he ever worked at Cedar Point. Me and my mom drove him up to kind of help him move in to those like little dorms. Yeah. And we walked in, and I was like, "Do you know if you have a roommate yet?" He's like, "I don't know." And we walked in, and there was a guy in his room, and he was like pacing around. And we were like, "What's going on, man?" And he's like, "I found bed bugs." He's like, "I can't do this, not again." And then he like walked out of the room, and I was like, "All right, Zach, have a good time." And we left.
Oh yeah.
No, we didn't just leave him there.
My parents did the same shit. But like,
we were like,
all right, bye.
We had some decisions to make.
So did you live in those dorms?
I did. So I worked there for like 3 times, and all 3 times I lived in the dorms to start with. But the 3rd time I got my own apartment because they were paying me like $20 an hour. So I said, "Fuck that! I have enough to afford my own place. I'm not gonna do this."
Yeah.
So even though I had to walk to work every day, like that was fine. Like I bought a place like right off campus and just walked all the way there. And my job the 3rd time around was to clean those dorms, right? So I went from food service to hotel to HR, and from HR to fucking that shit. And it's weird because we get a lot of foreign exchange students these are people in college from fucking Romania and like Slovakia and shit here just on a visa to do some work for summertime and stuff like that. So like it's the weirdest smells, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's they're cooking in their dorm room.
Jeez, I don't even know that for.
It's
like they're cooking shit that I've never heard of or never like, you know what I'm saying, like never seen before.
It's a genuine melting pot.
But it's so fucking cool because you got to learn a whole new language just to talk to motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, my favorite.
And then everyone just assumes you're Jamaican for some reason. So like,
my favorite experience.
Never had that.
You never had that?
One of my favorite experiences was there was this guy from Sweden, and he was like at every ride throughout the day, and he kept going. He would like give like the the stats of the ride, but then at the end of each sentence he'd be like, and this ride goes over 150 miles an hour. Oh wow! And like after every sentence,
oh wow!
And I was like, I love this guy, and he just kept They were like cycling him to every single
he was
ride.
just following you, you know.
Yeah, I was like, how's this guy everywhere?
Wow.
I was like, I wasn't mad about it, but
the Swedes, they're fast.
Dude, when you wait in line for that long.
Is it even worth it at that point? When you go there for 5 fucking hours and 3 of them are spent waiting in line, is it even worth it?
It's not.
You know what I'm saying?
Not anymore. If I go to a theme park, I just feel like this is what the end of the world will feel like.
Just waiting in
You're
lines.
told like where you can go, where you can't go, how long you're gonna be here.
It's like
the
jail.
payoff is worth nothing.
Yeah.
I hate it, and I'm
You
spending
can't-
money to be here.
Exactly. You can't buy anything with actual cash. Like it's all digital now, which is
Yeah.
also kind of a little bit frustrating.
Oh.
But like I get
They
that.
never have the freaking Oreo churros. They advertise them
Yeah,
everywhere, and
they're
they're nowhere to
never
be
there.
found.
They're
Every time I want a turkey
Dippin'
Where are
leg,
they at, Cedar Point?
Dippin' Dots are the most expensive thing you guys have. For
Oh,
some
yeah,
fucking
dude.
reason. Like,
but it's so good.
It's not though.
I like Dippin' though.
you want
I'm
balls
like-
in your mouth? Just go to Cedar Point. Yeah.
They have the cheap ones at Giant Eagle, and I like those. They're like,
I mean, you like them, yeah, but it's
It's
just
like, I'm
like,
not willing
oh
to-
man,
I like
ice
these
cream.
chalky dots.
Literally.
But I really like the chalky heart candies around Valentine's Day. I stock up on those.
Bro, you
So I
just
got
get
a weird
whiter
thing
and whiter
about
every time I talk to you. I swear
it's
to
a
God.
nice texture. I don't know. There's something about it.
The
Though.
I don't think there is there
You
a
like
candy
candy corn
that
too, also.
yeah.
Like Necco wafers. You guys know those?
Necco wafers, dude. Jesus, what are you, a grandpa? Like,
There's not a candy
Werther's
that you don't like.
originals. What?
There's not a candy that you don't like.
No, there's some like I'm trying to think.
Every time we like go somewhere, you're like, you guys want any? And you have like a bag of some candy. It's
bro,
like,
because he's got a sweet tooth, bro. Like he had to get his teeth repaired because of that
It's
sweet
probably-
tooth. I know it
yeah.
is. I know it is.
So what do
Probably.
you not like?
I'm trying to think.
you like
I
Swedish
don't like
fish?
candy corn. Swedish fish is good.
Yeah.
I like a Swedish fish. But you got to be prepared to chew that thing
Yeah.
because
It's an investment.
Or
you're
just like eat it like a penguin.
come on, like a what?
Like a penguin. You ever see a penguin eat a fish?
Oh my god, they just deep throat it. Just deep throat the whole fish.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Fish specifically.
I didn't know
Like-
you're supposed to chew Swedish fish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you guys want to know a fun story about sunflower seeds?
No.
I won't tell it. I feel like I've already told a couple gross stories already. I'll leave that one up to imagination.
With that being said, it has been about an hour. So, if
Do you guys want to
would
listen to? Do you want to do one more song?
Yeah. Do you guys want? What do you guys want to do to wrap this up? You want to play one more 3G song, or you guys want to tell us where they can find said 3G internet?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you?
Before his wife calls back and we all get in trouble.
Yeah.
One thing, you can find us at GGG Internet on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. That's 3Gs, GGG Internet.
Yeah, no X though. We don't fuck with X.
No, not anymore.
No X.
My gamer tag though has to have X's. All
That's
the
true.
others were taken.
Well, that's true. I mean, you were gaming all the way back whenever Xbox was Xbox. You feel me? So it was just like you gotta have the X.
Dude, go on.
3Gs is GGG Internet.
That's probably why they couldn't find it earlier.
Well, no. Okay. On streaming services,
Yeah,
it
it's
is
the
number 3G space internet.
Okay.
But handles on socials, 3G internet was not available, so it is GGG internet.
Yeah.
Don't be confused,
Don't be confused.
But look
Don't
it up
get it
anyway.
twisted.
please.
What?
I said, but look it up anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, and not to mention 3D will be performing. Sorry, 3G will be performing at this upcoming Christmas sweater party. that
3D.
we're-
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's when this podcast will come out. Is that day?
Nice, dude. Come out to the Vortex
So if
right
you were
now.
watching it,
Oh yeah, come
Get
out to the
over
Vortex
here.
tonight, dude.
get over there.
Oh yeah, dude.
Wear an ugly sweater.
Y'all
Gonna
want to
be
see this shit
prizes.
perform live? Get over here. Matter of fact, hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button,
Yeah.
so that way you get
Unveiling.
notified when we do this, so we can get more shows.
We're doing a
Nice.
superset of Rogue tapes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be dope.
If you guys love
Might
Dilly
break
Wonka,
some-
you'll love the rest of the shit. Also.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got some bangers.
Big old bangers.
Might
Big
break
old
some
sluts.
Some
tables.
big old bangers.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, I gotta run something by you later. So we,
Some tables.
so, we'll talk about it later.
Are they gonna?
Yeah.
Is it like WWE?
I
Like,
hope so.
hit him with
Is
the chair.
It's like that, but like if you added
Yeah.
in, it's just like anything you can really think of, man. Like
Yeah, 3G is like whenever you go to like use those Mio things
Oh yeah,
in your water.
I put those in a Lacroix.
Yeah.
You don't need to put that in fucking.
It's like you go to put that in the water, and then you realize it's just like straight vodka.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's literally
Yeah.
him. bro.
That's me, man.
3G is like
That shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Yeah, I put Celsius packets in
White as hell.
in Lacroix.
You do double TV static for absolutely no reason. That's wild.
Double the static, double the fun.
Oh.
That's what I always say.
Opens his
Yeah.
mouth, all you hear is.
Yeah, it's like I'm eating pop racks in liquid
Oh,
form.
Uh,
That's kind of what champagne is, really. Actually,
This
if you think about
this
it.
isn't champagne.
Oh, what is that? It's a Sti Dolce.
That's
What's that? Stella Artois.
champagne.
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 Whoa.
Champagne.
That's
What
right.
is- give him a
A thought to go out on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, actually, last night when I was laying in bed, I had this thought.
Mm.
Okay. What if technology is God
Uh-huh.
and Revelations happens when, you know, the book of the Bible, Revelation is whenever like
Yeah.
God comes back and Jesus comes back. And
Like the
it's
rapture
like-
chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if like, so they're working on the Neuralink, right?
Uh-huh.
We all get the Neuralink chips. So like
I
they
don't trust
have,
Elon Musk
they
with that.
have all of our memories and everything. So like every secret you've ever had, any like bad thing you've done is in this cloud. And then Neuralink is also supposed to like fix ailments with the body, right? So what if technology gets so good that we are immortal and then we have to obey whatever the technology says because it has all of our dirt
Mhm,
stored.
mhm,
So
then
mhm.
that's, you know, God, he's all knowing and everything.
uh,
And then the only way to get out from under this thing is death. And since we're not dying anymore, we're still going to be repopulating. It's going to get overcrowded. And then that's going to lead to war. So it'll be constant war and fighting and killing. So then hell is actually earth. And the only way to get out of hell is death.
I feel like it's
Sounds-
always
sounds like The
always been
Matrix.
that. Yeah, I feel like it's always been that way. And then if the thing about it is, if immortality is the goal,
Is that
Then-
hot?
we'd have to leave.
Very hot.
We'd have to end up leaving the planet anyway.
You gotta toast. Oh, he's gonna toast the bread. Oh, get that smoky flavor.
Yeah, 3G is like
3G is like bread.
it's like you those yeah, you say it.
It's like a roll.
3G is like bread that is crunchy on the outside,
Mm.
so chewy and moist, but it has one of those like flavor packets on the middle, like in those cool cigarettes that you can like, and then it changes.
Mm.
So what flavor?
It's like a menthol roll. Menth roll.
Mm.
I'm thinking like, what kind of flavor in bread?
Butter.
3G is like bread that comes with the butter already inside of it.
How has nobody
Let's
invented
put that on
that
a
yet?
t-shirt.
That's a great idea.
Let's put that on a t-shirt.
That
real
needs to
quick,
be
actually.
invented like yesterday.
Dude, 3G is like
pre-buttered bread or pre-dipped chips. You feel me?
It's like Uncrustables, really. It's
But
it's the whole package.
Pre-dipped chips are just Doritos.
You're right about that.
It's like
3G is not Doritos.
No.
But they have 3D Doritos, not 3G Doritos.
Yeah.
3G
They have
Doritos.
3G Doritos.
whoa.
Do not eat those.
Don't eat this.
You can't.
You don't know what you're in for.
I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know. I thought the same thing about that sauce we ate the other day. So
It's like the first time I ever ate Munchos. You guys like Munchos?
that was chips
the
made out of
chips.
air.
What?
They used to be $2, now they're $2.19 because of inflation. Oh, thanks for breaking bread with
Yeah,
us.
this is his body.
That is the perfect. That is the perfect way to end this. She broke bread with us, bro.
So,
All right,
yeah,
This a
technology
Hawaiian
is
roll?
God and earth is hell, and the only way out is death. So just remember that.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
we'll do. Well, that about wraps it up
G
For-
G G.
for All Circles Media Podcast. Please look up 3G Internet on all platforms, and please like, share, and subscribe to get notified whenever we do more of these.
And we have an article out about the album, so go read it. Master Puff wrote it. It's very funny. It's
Hell
very
yeah.
awesome.
I
Check
haven't
it
read
out.
it yet.
You haven't read it?
You definitely need to go read it.
I think we like told them, we're like, oh, or you guys discovered like when you got here, like, oh, that article's up.
Very excited.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Go read it yourself. Also, allcirclesmedia.com and All Circles Media on all platforms.
Yeah. If you want to rent out the studio, feel free.
Hell yeah. Thank you, and good night.